Okay, so this past week we've gone over tessellation and displacement as one type of method to creating additional details for your meshes and materials. We've gone over bump mapping as well as parallax occlusion. And then we've also gone over decals in the normal Unreal Engine way and mesh decals as another way of handling blending values on top. For our homework, I'm gonna leave all these textures in a folder so you guys can download. I just want to see a material for tessellation and displacement, especially having the distance-based tessellation valuing to it. Um, you don't have to use the cobblestone. I just set the cobblestone up as one way. Um, if you want to take this a little step further, maybe you can go in and take the material layering shader that we were using beforehand and try and apply this type of tessellation that can be turned on and off per layer, um, as a way to kind of take this another step further. Decals, I just want to see two different decals, one as a albedo only decal, and then another as a decal with a normal map value to it. Um, I want to see one bump map shader and then one parallax occlusion shader. And then also going with the decals, I also want to have at least one mesh decal, especially one that you can create your own puddles if you want to, or you can do the same thing like you were doing with the normal decals. I just want to see that you're creating just normal geometry with that. If you can want to, you can go into Maya, play around a little bit, and make your own custom shapes for some of these guys. Create your own trim sheet and bring it in and test it out. I just want to see a mesh decal. For your parallax occlusion one, I would just like to see a simple parallax occlusion on a tileable material. After you get that done, if you want to take it another step further, uh, let me see if I can find an example of it. But let me see if I can find an example. Here we go. If you want to take it a step further, you can try and use parallax occlusion as a way of creating fake interior. We did something like that within Marvel in the intro area. Um, Essentially, we just use it was one of the only few times we really use parallax occlusion. So, um, all it is it's the same type of thing with parallax occlusion, but you're not using like a height map for detail. You're using the parallax occlusion for creating a fake interior. So if that's something you once you get done with creating a tileable parallax occlusion one, if you want to try and start faking the interior, like they do like in Spider-Man and stuff, by all means. I just want to see the essentials done. Um, if you guys wanted to take everything a step further, I can also take a look at it. But that is essentially what I want for the homework. And with that, that's the end of week 5.